The story of D.B. Cooper is one of the most enduring mysteries of the modern era, blending crime, intrigue, and aviation into a tale that has fascinated the world for decades. It all began on November 24th, 1971, a quiet Wednesday before Thanksgiving. A man identifying himself as Dan Cooper purchased a one-way ticket for $20 and boarded Northwest Orient Airlines Flight 305 from Portland, Oregon to Seattle, Washington. He appeared to be an unremarkable passenger, a man in his mid-40s wearing a suit and tie, carrying a briefcase, and exuding an air of calm confidence. But what happened next would elevate this man from obscurity to legend. Shortly after takeoff, Cooper handed a note to a flight attendant, Florence Schaffner. Initially, she dismissed it, assuming it was another flirtatious passenger. But Cooper leaned in and whispered, "Miss, you better read that note. I have a bomb." The note demanded $200,000 in cash, 4 parachutes, and a fuel truck standing by in Seattle to refuel the aircraft for his next destination. The flight crew acted swiftly and discreetly, relaying Cooper's demands to air traffic control and the FBI. As the plane circled the Seattle-Tacoma airport, authorities scrambled to assemble the ransom money, which consisted of 10,000 unmarked $20 bills. They also gathered the parachutes Cooper had requested. Upon landing, Cooper released the 36 passengers in exchange for the money and parachutes, keeping only the flight crew and a couple of attendants on board. It seemed the ordeal might end peacefully. But Cooper had other plans. After refueling, the plane took off again, heading toward Reno, Nevada, under Cooper's strict instructions. He specified a low altitude, slow speed, and an unpressurized cabin. Somewhere over the dense forests of southwestern Washington, Cooper opened the plane's rear air stair and disappeared into the night, parachuting into the void with the ransom money strapped to his body. No one on board saw him jump, and by the time authorities realized he was gone, he had vanished without a trace. The FBI launched one of the most extensive manhunts in history. Over the years, they interviewed thousands of people, followed countless leads, and combed through the rugged wilderness where Cooper was believed to have landed. They even used military aircraft and helicopters to aid in the search. Despite their efforts, no definitive trace of Cooper was ever found. The only evidence recovered was a small stash of deteriorating $20 bills, part of the ransom money, discovered in 1980 by a young boy digging along the Columbia River. The discovery raised more questions than it answered. How had the money ended up there? And what did it mean for Cooper's fate? Theories about D.B. Cooper's identity and what happened to him abound. Some believe he died in the jump, his body and the remaining money lost in the unforgiving terrain. Others argue he survived and went on to live a quiet life, his true identity never revealed. A series of suspects emerged over the years, each with their own peculiarities and connections to the case. One of the most compelling was Richard Floyd McCoy, a former Green Beret who executed a nearly identical plane hijacking months later. However, McCoy's alibi for November 24, 1971 was solid, and the FBI ultimately ruled him out. Another suspect was Dwayne Weber, a man who, on his deathbed in 1995, reportedly confessed to his wife, "I am Dan Cooper." She later discovered evidence linking him to the case, including a knowledge of details not made public at the time. Still, none of it was conclusive. Kenneth Christensen, a former Northwest Airlines employee, also became a focus of speculation due to his aviation background and a cryptic deathbed note. Yet again, there was no definitive proof. The case was officially closed in 2016, with the FBI citing a lack of new evidence. But for amateur sleuths and conspiracy theorists, the mystery of D.B. Cooper remains as alive as ever. Was he a criminal mastermind who pulled off the perfect heist? Or was he simply a desperate man who took an extraordinary gamble? Could he have been a military operative with insider knowledge, or perhaps an ordinary citizen who meticulously planned every detail? Adding to the intrigue are claims of new evidence and confessions that periodically surface. In 2018, a group of researchers claimed to have uncovered a parachute strap in the forest where Cooper is believed to have landed. Others have suggested the ransom money found along the Columbia River was planted as a red herring to throw off investigators. Even Hollywood has kept the legend alive, with movies, documentaries, and books speculating on Cooper's fate. What makes the D.B. Cooper case so captivating is not just the mystery of his identity, but the audacity of his crime and the enduring enigma of his disappearance. He remains a symbol of defiance, a folk hero to some and a criminal mastermind to others. In an age of advanced surveillance and forensic technology, the fact that Cooper managed to outwit the FBI and vanish without a trace is nothing short of astonishing. So, what do you think? Did DB Cooper survive the jump, or did he meet his end in the wilderness? Could he still be alive today, living out his days in anonymity? Or is the truth something far stranger than we can imagine? Let us know your theories in the comments below. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more deep dives into history's greatest mysteries.